if you look back in time, each halving has roughly added a zero, which means you get a 10x increase in overall value. And that, again, base 10, logarithmic scale, Metcalfe's law,
Mm-hmm.
all foots. And so, we went from 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000 for last time. And this one would be 10,000 to 100,000. I will say that fair value sometime middle of next year ends up around 100K.
Renowned hedge fund manager and founder of Morgan Creek Capital, Mark Yusko is tremendously bullish on Bitcoin and other top crypto assets, especially as we continue to navigate what Yusko describes as crypto summer, the more stable recovery period after crypto spring and before the huge parabolic moves of crypto fall. According to Yusko, Bitcoin's current fair value is about $50,000 per coin. This is why Yusko describes the ongoing rally as the musings of summer, during which we don't really get the parabolic moves, but Bitcoin's price begins the steady rise toward fair value. By Yusko estimates, crypto summer ends by June 2024. That will be after the Bitcoin halving event, another extremely bullish event that Yusko predicts will take Bitcoin from $50,000 to $100,000 per coin. So the ongoing rally takes it to fair value at $50,000, then the halving does the rest and doubles that to $100,000 per coin around mid-2024. According to Yusko, this is when the real party will begin, with the leading crypto asset going from that $100,000 to at least $200,000 by mid-2025. Yusko describes that period as crypto fall, which will come with huge parabolic moves that will wash the bitter memories of the past 2 years away. The Morgan Creek founder and managing partner made these predictions during a live stream of Trading Premium on December 1 when Bitcoin was still trading at $38,000 per coin. In a few short days, the leading crypto asset has increased by around 10% and is currently trading at over $41,600 per coin. We will now bring you clips from Yusko interview as he makes his tremendously bullish predictions for Bitcoin. Please watch, share, and like this video. Also, ensure you subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Every 4 years, the block rewards, the amount of Bitcoin that are handed out to the miners that are securing the network, gets cut in half. Now, why does that matter? Well, if you think about it, a miner has fixed costs. Their electricity costs are roughly fixed, their miner costs are fixed, and they're depreciating. And so if the block rewards, the amount of compensation that's given to the miners, falls in half, some number of those miners would go out of business and the network would be less secure unless the price adjusts and goes up. And what we have seen in every halving to this point is the price roughly doubles in terms of the fair value. And the fair value you can determine by Metcalfe's law, right? The number of users of the network and the activity levels. And so I have this buddy in the business, Tim Peterson, and he's done this great Metcalfe's law model, and it basically plots out on this parabolic curve what the price of Bitcoin will look like, and it's influenced by this halving event. We went from 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000 for last time, and this one would be 10,000 to 100,000. We said, well, Mark, it's only 38,000. Well, okay, let's think about this. So 38,000 is the price. Price is not what I'm talking about. Price is a liar, right? Price is what two people agree to exchange a small amount of a good or service. That's not the value. The value, the fair value today is in the low 50s, somewhere 51, 52. Let's round it to 50 even. Where is that value coming from? It's coming from the network value based on all of the fundamental data on Bitcoin. So we're below fair value. So investors like myself are in accumulation mode. And if you look at the chart, it's a thing of beauty over the last year. Higher highs, higher lows. Doesn't mean there's not volatility, but it's an accumulation pattern. Okay. And that is an absolute thing of beauty. And so in accumulation, you get this movement toward fair value. Because when we were down at 15,000 a year ago, fair value was in the 30s. We were at half of fair value. Today, fair value's moved up to 50. We're at 38. So yes, the price is up more than 100%, but we're still below fair value. So we're going to keep accumulating to fair value. But when the halving occurs next April, the fair value will double. Now it won't double overnight, but well, I mean technically it does. But the realization of that fair value will take some time. And in every other event, some miners will shut down. And so that means we don't have to go all the way to doubling right away. But as the price then starts to rise, those miners can come back on. Hash power continues to increase. The miner rewards as a total dollar value, number of rewards times the price, stays consistent, and we get the right growth. So I will say that fair value sometime middle of next year ends up around 100K. In June of next year, we'll enter crypto fall. So June of next year, we go into crypto fall. Well, what is that? That's the parabolic crazy part. That's where the gamblers come in. And we get leverage. And in every cycle, we've seen this speculative blow off.
Crypto's 4-year cycles are divided into 4 periods, which dictate price movements and the general conditions of the market and industry. According to Mark Yusko, the last crypto winter started in June 2021 and lasted until June 2022. Crypto winter is the period of extreme volatility, and this wasn't an exception. Yusko adds that crypto spring started in June 2022 when the industry started to slowly recover, and then Hurricane Sam hit. Then in June 2023, BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, announced it was applying for a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund and ushered in crypto summer. Yusko explains that summer is not straight up, but period of steady meandering back to fair value. It is the beginning of the bull market, and nobody can deny that we are already in the thick of a massive crypto bull market. As we get closer to fair value, Yusko predicts that there will be more activities in the crypto space as the traders and speculators get in. Then as we approach the fall, we will see influx of the gamblers who come in just before we get the speculative blow off tops. During the interview, Yusko speaks further about his bullish predictions for crypto and the entire digital asset space and why he is so certain about what's coming. Here are more clips from the video.
But we're a venture capital fund. Morgan Creek Digital, we run venture capital funds. We're raising our 4th fund. And we invest 70 to 80% in equity of businesses that provide the infrastructure to the digital asset ecosystem across A, B, C, D, AI, blockchain, chips, and data. So we invest in those 4 areas. We also invest 20 to 30% in the liquid protocols of Web3. So we believe that Web 1 was the flat part of the curve, right? $2 trillion of wealth created by Cisco and Microsoft and Intel. And that was the smooth part of the curve. Remember, the wealth is the area above the curve. So you have the axis, the x-axis, and the y-axis, and you have this exponential growth curve. And Raul's talked about this. You got this exponential curve. So the flat part was Web 1. The area under the curve, 2 trillion. Then you get to the knee of the curve, that's Web 2, 5 trillion. But now we're going to the parabolic part of the growth curve. I don't know, 15, 20 trillion. It's going to be a big number. And so you think about that growth process. Web 1 was all about read, get access to information. Web 2, read, write. Web 3, it's read, write, own. So in Web 1 and Web 2, that $7 trillion all went to the application layer. Like right now, we're using TCP IP, but Tim Berners-Lee and Vint Cerf did not get rich. Vint created TCP IP, Tim Berners-Lee came along and wrote the first web page, created HTTP, and now we have the internet, but they didn't get rich. Who got rich? Zuck.
Companies, yeah.
Right? Because he stole an app from the Winklevoss twins, gave it away for free, and then monetized our data. Genius. I'm not saying it's not genius, but he didn't invent the internet, right? The protocols didn't capture the value. In Web3, so far, about 80+% of the value has been captured by the protocols. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, etc. And only about 20% has been captured by the businesses because we don't have very many applications. There aren't that many applications of substance that have been built. And the reason is we haven't even started the game. This is the fun part. Technology evolves in a 14-year cycle. It's been going on since 1954 when the mainframe was created. And 14 years later, you had the microchip in 1968. And then in 82, you had the personal computer up in Seattle, where I grew up. Then in 1996, the internet. In 2010, the mobile net, where we all carry around supercomputers in our hand. And now 2024, which is only 30 days away. So happy December. 30 days from now, we will enter the beginning of the blockchain era, or the truth net, as I call it. So we went from the internet to the mobile net to the truth net. What's the truth net? It's where blockchains replace the current operating system of iOS and Android, and we disrupt financial services, the trust industry, with truth. Blockchains establish truth. We don't need to decide, who's right, who's wrong. We don't need auditors. We don't need accountants. We have truth. We have permanent, immutable, trustless, permissionless operating system that will guide the development of Web3. And it's just starting in 2024.
Mark Yusko is predicting a 4-year hyperbull market that will include lots of massive developments and incredible headways in artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud computing, and big data. These 4 platforms are often described as the ABCD of innovation. These platforms are developing together, and according to several analysts and prominent investors, they will lead the next era of technological innovations and structure the next phase of development for the human race. What are your thoughts on Mark Yusko interview and predictions for Bitcoin and the entire digital asset space? Please drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.